What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we have a Gemini Jets Delta Airlines fleet collection. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 aircrafts in this video. Here are today's shoutouts for the video. If you would like to participate in that, all you need to do is drop a like on the video and leave a comment down below on what you guys think. And watch the video all the way till the end, which is one of the most important parts. I would like to ask, if you do enjoy it, please drop a like and consider subscribing, because it really does help support my channel. And yeah, let's dive straight into it. Before we get into the fleet, I want to give a few facts about Delta Airlines. So yeah, Delta Airlines is the US global airline leader in safety, innovation, reliability, and customer experience. As many of you know, they're headquartered in Atlanta, Georgia. Delta has served as many as 200 million people a year, taking customers across an industry-leading global network of up to 300 destinations in over 50 countries. If I'm not mistaken, Delta is one of the biggest airlines in the world. As well as American and United, and now Southwest. But yeah, let's dive straight into the fleet. The first and smallest aircraft in my Delta Airlines fleet is the Delta Crj 700. A few facts about this aircraft: its cruising speed is 515 miles per hour. Its range is 1,611 miles. Or 2,593 kilometers. It uses two turbofan engines. Its wingspan is 76 feet. Its tail height is 24 feet. And its length is 106 feet. So for this size, it's actually pretty decent. They have about 70 to 80 seats on the Crj 700, give or take. So yeah, that's pretty good for a small Crj 700, which I actually just flew. So yeah, I picked this one up a while ago for Denver. They still use this mainly on the Salt Lake City route, but yeah, so that is the Crj 700. The next aircraft in the fleet is a Delta Connection Embraer ERJ-170. This aircraft, I bought it for Denver because it goes mainly to Salt Lake City and Los Angeles. So yeah, it's pretty helpful. But a few facts about this airplane: the cruising speed is 545 miles per hour, or 877 kilometers. The range is 1,800 miles. The wingspan is 85 feet. The tail height is 32 feet. And the length of the aircraft is 98 feet, which is shorter than the Crj 700. So overall, this is a very good aircraft. And yeah, I bought it for Denver so it can fly, do some routes to Salt Lake City and Los Angeles. The next aircraft is the Delta Boeing 717. This primarily flies out to Seattle, Washington. I actually had some family members fly on this flight. But yeah, so a few facts about it: its cruising speed is 504 miles per hour. Its range is 1,510 miles. Its wingspan is 93 feet. Its tail height is 29 feet. And its length is 124. So obviously longer than the Embraer E170. So yeah, as I mentioned, this primarily flies from Denver to Seattle and back, so that's why I bought this aircraft, and it is a very good model, and I would highly recommend it to you guys. The next one is the legendary Delta Md9, which has unfortunately retired. I'm not going to give facts about this one because it has retired, so it's not really worth it, but it's very sad to see this one go. About a few months ago, Delta and American both decided to retire their MD-80, MD-88, and MD-90s, and MD-92s and whatnot. But yeah, it's very sad to see this one go, but it did normally fly out to Atlanta, I think it did some Seattle routes as well from Denver, so this is a very good aircraft. And if you are a retro collector, I would highly recommend picking this one up because it is pretty hard to say goodbye to the Mad Dog. The next one is the Delta Airbus A321-100. This aircraft is slowly replacing the Boeing 717, and it is doing the Seattle route out of Denver and then back to Seattle. We usually get about like 6 a day, 6 flights from Denver to Seattle. It's a pretty popular route for Delta. But some facts about the aircraft. As many of you know, it was first introduced by Embraer, I think it was. I'm sorry if I messed that up, but anyway, the overall length of the aircraft is 104 feet. The wingspan is 115 feet, and the height of the tail is 38 feet, which is pretty good. And the amount of seats it has is 135 in a 2-2 configuration. And as you know, it has the window in the... Actually, it's a 2-3, my apologies. But as you know, it has a window in the bathroom, which is one of the first aircraft to do that. So I guess that's cool, but I can see why it'd be weird as well. The next one is the Delta 737-800. And I guess he'll also do the 900 because they're pretty much the exact same aircraft. But anyway, this one generally does anywhere, like Minneapolis, Atlanta. It just flies wherever out of Denver, so that's why I picked it up. It is pretty popular here. We usually get about 2 or 3 a day. But anyway, the Delta 737-800, its cruising speed is 525 miles per hour. It has about a 3,000 mile range, which is very, very good. The wingspan is 117 feet, and the tail height is 41 feet, and the length of the aircraft is 130 feet. So the 737 is pretty much the first mainline aircraft. I mean, technically the 717 and A220 are mainline, but this is like this is where you start getting into the bigger aircrafts that they use a lot at Denver. So yeah, very good airplane. The next one is the Delta 737-900. It's pretty much the exact same as the 800. They normally just use it to Minneapolis and back and Atlanta and back, or it's just kind of a filler aircraft for whatever. It doesn't really have the designated route out of Denver. But this aircraft is very, very awesome, the model of it, and I would highly recommend picking it up with the split skims. It looks awesome. A few facts about it. Its cruising speed is 525. It has the same range as the 737-800, which is about 3,000 miles. Its wingspan is 117 feet. Its tail is 41 feet, and its length is a little longer than the 737-800, coming in at 140 feet, because obviously it's a bit longer than the 738. But yeah, this is a great aircraft to fly on in real life and have the model of. The next one is the Delta Airbus A321. This is by Gemini Jets. This is where you really start getting into the bigger ones, because the Delta A321 is fairly long. It can almost replace the 757, but not quite. Don't want to get any Boeing and Airbus arguments in here. But a few facts about it. Its cruising speed is 517 miles per hour. Its range is 2,565 miles, so shorter than the 737s. Its wingspan is 117 feet. Its tail height is 38 feet. And its length is almost 150, so significantly longer than the 737-800. But its overall flying distance or range is shorter than both of the Boeing aircraft, the 738 and the 739. The next aircraft is the Delta Boeing 757-300, also known as the Flying Pencil. This is a very, very gorgeous aircraft, and I bought this one for Denver, but they normally use a 757-200. This was just kind of my first model, so I didn't really know a whole lot about collecting, and I definitely recommend this model. And it's all, as I mentioned, all of these aircrafts are by Gemini Jets, no other manufacturer. But yeah, this is a really, really long aircraft with about 50 rows. We'll get into some facts about it. Its cruising speed is 525 miles per hour. Its range is 3,300 miles. Its wingspan is 134 feet, so pretty long. But for the length of the aircraft, the wingspan is pretty short. The tail height is 45 feet, and the length of the aircraft is 180 feet. So a very, very long aircraft. Hence the name why they gave it the flying pencil. The next one is the Delta Boeing 767-300 to be exact. This one I did buy for Denver, but it only visits a few times a year. Usually during the winter they operate the 76 here and or the A330, but it's very, very rare, so that's why I primarily use this one for Honolulu. Let me see if I can find some facts about it. If not, that's fine. But they have the winglets version, and they also have the non-winglets version. I couldn't find any facts about that, so I do apologize for that. But yeah, the 767 is a great mold by Gemini Jets. I do wish I got the wingleted one for Honolulu, but it is a great model, and I would highly recommend it to you guys. The next aircraft is one that I rarely ever bring out, but that would be the Delta 777-200LR, ER. It is very sad to say this, but they are retiring very soon, so that is very, very sad. But they're being replaced by the A350, I believe. But I'm actually surprised they retired it because, I mean, they're like 20 years old, but that's not that old. It was mainly because of the whole virus thing. Some facts about the 777-200. It has a cruising speed of 550 miles per hour. Not too much faster than most of the other ones, but still pretty far. The range is 10,000 miles, so that is very, very far. The wingspan is 212 feet, so that is the size of two 737s on each wing. The tail height is 62 feet, and the length is 210 feet. I've been dying to fly a 777, and I plan on flying one to Honolulu very shortly, so watch out for that trip report. The next one is the biggest Delta aircraft I own, which is the Delta Airbus A350-900 to be exact. This is a very, very gorgeous aircraft. I got this for Los Angeles. As many of you know, I used to do a Los Angeles airport. You can go check out some of the old videos back on my channel. You're just going to have to search it up or just scroll down and find it or whatever. But I also think that it should fly to Denver. I don't know why, but I think when we get the A330, I think that the A350 should replace that. But I also don't want to see it replace the 777 because that's kind of really sad to hear. But yeah, as I mentioned, this is the biggest one I own. I do not have any facts about this one because it's fairly new, so Delta hasn't released too much information about it. But yeah, that is my entire fleet of Delta aircrafts. I would like to thank you guys so much for watching this new video of mine. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing because it really does help support me. And yeah, so in total I have 12 aircrafts. I'm not going to go over all of them again because I just went over them. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy, and I will see you guys in the next video, which should be a Denver airport update. And some news about Denver really quick before we end the video. Sorry if I bumped it. I did repaint the runway, as some of you might know. I just didn't like how it looked, and I wanted to, ever since I got back from Aspen, I've been wanting to make Denver as realistic as I can. So if you follow my Instagram, you will know what I mean. I do have some information on there, which is MileHigh_Aviation. There I show off my runway and what else I did to Denver, which is very exciting. And yeah, so the airport update will be very, very awesome, so make sure you stick around for that. And it should be this Friday, but no promises. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.